Hi and welcome to ExtraSci. This is Life Sciences Grade 10. In this video we're going to be doing an overview. Note right there is a picture of me. These are other books that are recommended for Life Sciences Grade 10. There's the Life Science Study and Master book for learners, and then there's the study guide. You can use the study guide for revision. I'm also going to be using a Vula textbook. So what to expect in Life Sciences Grade 10? So for term 1, we're going to be doing life at a molecular and cellular level. And then for term 2, we're going to do life processes in plant and animal. And then in term 3, we're going to do environmental studies. And then we're going to finish up in term 4 with diversity, change, and continuity. So let's dig deep into these topics. So the chemistry of life. This is unit 1 for module 1 for term 1. Here we're going to looking at organic compounds and inorganic compounds. The inorganic compounds involve water, mineral salts, and fertilizers, as you can see. And then the organic compound, carbohydrates, lipids, protein, nucleic acid, and vitamins. And then there is unit 2, cells. Under unit 2, we're going to look at the macroscopy, light microscopy, and then we're going to look at cell structure and functions. Here we're going to be looking at the main components of plant and animal cells, and then we're going to differentiate between plant and animal cells. And then unit 3, we're going to do cell division. Here we're going to be looking at chromosomes, and then we're going to look at the cell cycle, and then we're going to do cancer. Cancer, this is when the cell cycle goes wrong. And then we're going to look at unit 4, plants and animal tissues. Under plant tissues, we're going to look at meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Under animal tissue, we're going to look at epithelial tissue, connective tissue, the muscle tissue, and then the nerve tissue. So these are the 4 animal tissues. And then lastly, we're going to do unit 5, organ, the dicotyledonous leaf. This is an example of an organ for unit 5. And that will be all for term 1. And then we're going to come back and do term 2. This is module 2, life processes in plant and animal. So in this module, we're going to look at unit 1, support and transport system in plants. We're going to look at the anatomy of the dicotyledonous plant. We're then going to look at the uptake of water and mineral salts by plant. We're going to look at translocation of manufactured substances. And then we're going to look at transpiration. We're then going to do unit 2, support system in animal. Now we're going to look at the different types of skeleton that support different animals. We're then going to look at human skeleton in more details. Here we're going to look at the functions of the skeleton. Then we're going to look at the structure of the skeleton. We're going to label the human skeleton. Then we're going to look at skeletal muscles. Lastly, we're going to look at diseases that affect the skeleton. And then we're going to do unit 3. This is transport system in mammals. So the transport systems involve the blood circulatory system. We're going to look at the lymphatic system, and then we're going to look at cardiovascular disease. These are diseases that affect the heart. And that will be it for term 2. And then we're going to do module 3. This is in term 3. So we're going to do biosphere to ecosystem in term 3. Here we're going to look at the biosphere, and then we're going to look at the biomes. These are the biomes found in South Africa: the savanna, the grassland, the Namakaro, the succulent Karoo, the fynbos, and the forest thickets. We're going to look at more details, differentiate each. We're then going to continue here looking at the ecosystem. The ecosystem is made of both the abiotic and biotic components. We're going to look at examples of each. Then we're going to look at energy flow, look at nutrient cycle. Then we're going to look at ecotourism in South Africa. So we are basically focusing on the biosphere and ecosystem of South Africa. and that is all for term 3. It's only one module, environmental studies. And then term 4. Under term 4, we're going to be doing diversity, change, and continuity. So unit 1, we have biodiversity and classification. Here we're looking at biodiversity of life on Earth. And then we're going to look at the classification of organisms. And then we're going to look at naming species, and then we're going to do biological keys. That's unit 1. And then unit 2 focuses on the history of life on Earth. This is the history of life, the increasing oxygen level, and all of those things that led into the Earth that we know now, the geological time scale and the Cambrian explosion. We then want to do the history of life on Earth continues. We're going to do fossils. We're gonna study fossils. We're going to study how fossils form and all those things, and how we date fossils. We're going to look at tourism on fossils. And that will be it for the whole year in life sciences. And then you're going to be doing your exams, obviously. Under paper 1, this is what you should expect. You should expect module 1 and module 2. So this is everything that involves term 1. All of term 1 work you're going to do in paper 1. You're going to be assessed in paper 1, the chemistry of life. This includes cells, cell division, plants and animal tissue and organs. And then some of module 2, this is the support and transport system in plants and support system in animals. And then paper 2 is module 2, the rest of module 2, transport system in mammals, and then module 3 and module 4. So these are things that we did in term 3 and term 4. Biosphere to ecosystem, biodiversity and classification, and the history of life on Earth. And then lastly, there's the practical paper. And that's everything for your grade 10 life sciences. Thank you. Catch you on the next video.